Hı hı. Okey. Şimdi. Hı, 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 hı. Hello everyone. Hı. Merhaba kardeşim. Sağ ol, teşekkür ederim. Sen de iyisin. Hello Class Fire. Ooh, lots of people. Hello John Doe. Tripor. Hello. Hello Kyle. Hello to Hamilton, Ontario. Aleykümselam kardeşim. Hello Real Slim. Hey, how are you, Chance?
Good. How are you, Engin? How you doing?
Good, good, good. Good to see you. Long time, huh?
Yeah, good to see you as well. Yeah, it's been a while.
Hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to chat with you guys about arm wrestling. And also, Derek Smith is gonna join us.
Okay, cool.
And so we can just chat about arm wrestling. So, how are you? How is your elbow injury? You remember you had
Good.
one during the
Yeah,
during
yeah,
the the
yeah.
qualifications. I think it happened before that, right?
Yeah, it happened when I was facing David Arabuli
Arabuli,
in
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the second or third round. When I was here and I
yeah,
was
yeah,
trying to turn something. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
yeah,
happens. That happens. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But no, it's good. It feels healthy. I haven't heard or felt anything in practice or anything, so I'm happy to be injury free now, especially with the
So,
stem cells I got today.
are you again the number one in Florida?
Me and Brad, it's hard to say because we haven't pulled at all, only
Yeah,
in practice, and practice is practice. But yeah, maybe not.
yeah. How does it feel in the practice?
Um,
Close or?
yeah, it's hard to say because every time we practice, it seems like Brad is like tired or had just had a match or something. So then it's easy for me, but I know that he's
Ah,
not fresh, so it doesn't really.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I understand. I understand. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about like Brad pulling 105? Last time he came here, he pulled 115, but he said I still have some extra weight. I can be 231. Like, is he still on that way? How does he look to you? Like, I didn't see him recently. Is he getting
Yeah,
bigger or smaller?
I
Can
saw
you?
him. I saw him yesterday. He's probably maybe 120. So
Oh,
yeah,
he gained weight
yeah,
instead of going
yeah.
down.
Well, it's the holidays in the States, so we have Thanksgiving and
Yeah.
Christmas. It's yeah,
So you think it's a temporary weight because of the holidays?
yeah. I think so. I think maybe
Okay.
110, maybe 105. I don't know.
I mean, we have 105 and 115 at the East versus
Right.
West. He won his last match. I mean, that was his only match. And you know what I was thinking? You know, Arsen Liliev hasn't pulled for the last 11 years.
Yeah.
So if he just comes, you cannot really put him like in the like really elite like Tata Shings or Dadikian or Ongarbe. Like, how do you think that after 11 years of break, like him pulling Brett Grundy?
I think that could be really interesting. Really,
Yeah,
really interesting. That could be a lot of fun.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It would be good. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. But I'm sure that people will say, "Oh, come on, couldn't you find someone stronger?" But listen, you don't arm wrestle with your name, not
Right.
with your career either. You arm wrestle with your current shape, and we talk about
Yeah.
someone that hasn't pulled for 11 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want to give him to the top guy right off the bat.
yeah. I mean, he's training now. He said, "I cannot promise you that I'm gonna be back again, but I'm training and I'm enjoying." And then he said, like, "Who do you think that I should pull?" And the Brett's name came to me, and I told him what about this guy, and he wanted to see. And then I shared the Kyle Hutchinson match, and then
Yeah, I think that could be a really fun match.
yeah. Metin kardeşim, uluslararası bir organizasyon olduğu için dünyanın her tarafından insanlar var. Şimdi ben Türkçe konuşsam hiç kimse anlamaz yani. O yüzden mecburen böyle konuşuyorum. Kusura bakma kardeşim. The one guy just said that he doesn't understand anything except Turkish. I said it's an international organization and I need to speak English. Yeah. Yeah. And how about you? What are your plans?
Well, at the moment, the only thing on my mind is I got engaged, so we're planning a wedding, and so I'm just
Oh,
focused
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you,
Great.
thank you. So,
Great.
I'm back training, getting stronger, cutting my weight down. But at the moment, I have no matches or anything like that planned.
How about the Florida event that you are promoting? Are you gonna pull in that event?
I made pole in the Florida event. It's the East versus West qualifier. So yeah, I might pull in there. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you pull there, you still will pull against Brad?
If Brad pulls, yeah.
Brad, yeah. Yeah, I understand.
Brad and I talked about potentially just going in and taking 1 and 2 and locking down the spots for Florida, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The finals will be in Florida?
Yeah. The finals are going to be in Florida. I don't know if it's announced yet.
I'm not sure. I think I heard that you advertised something, but I thought it was a qualification.
Yeah, it's a qualification that I announced, but I've been talking with Paul Lynn and James Reed about the finals in Florida.
Yeah, Paul mentioned this. Paul mentioned about Florida, but I don't think that there was an announcement.
Yeah, no announcement yet, but the venue's locked down. Everything's locked down. We just have to announce it.
And it's gonna be when exactly? June?
In May.
Oh, May. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm excited to have it in Florida.
Yeah. Florida for sure is one of the leading states in America about arm wrestling. The way that you guys are taking things seriously and professionally with those all yellow color jerseys and everything. Just like already became a very respected brand. I have been following. Yeah.
Thank you, Ian.
And do you follow? I think Derek came. Hello, Derek. You hear us, Derek? Do you follow Chance the East versus West card? Everything, the upcoming matches.
Of course.
Yeah. How many times you have been here? 3 times? Or more?
4.
4 times. Wow. So you are one
2,
of the
4, 6, and 8.
veterans of the East versus West in such a young age.
Yeah.
Hello, Derek. You hear us?
I've been very lucky. I'm sorry.
We don't hear you, Derek. Sorry about it. I'm just making sure that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes. We hear you. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Sorry, I was getting all set up. My bad.
Yeah. What you were saying, Chance?
I don't remember what I was saying. I was just saying that I'm very lucky.
I was saying you're one of the veterans,
Yeah. I'm very lucky that you were gracious enough to invite me so many times, and I'm hoping I can earn a spot back this year.
I hope so. We would like to see you here again. And Derek, how are you? I know you just woke up. It's probably is what's that 10:30 over there in the morning?
It is, yeah, 10:30. I woke up about 4 hours ago. Or, I mean, no, sorry. I woke up a half hour ago. I slept for 4 hours.
Oh, you slept very less, huh? Okay, okay. And are you gonna be in the cart, Armor's cart?
No.
No. And Derek, how is your shape?
Good. I am on most lifts, I am about 10 pounds below where I was against Medi when my prep for Medi. So I still have all the way till April. Right.
So you are just keeping yourself in right there to hit.
I was pretty far below that, but now I'm back up to there. And so I'm really excited about the way I'm progressing right now. I'm getting a lot stronger, a lot faster. So
how is your weight now?
How is my rate?
Your weight, yeah.
Oh, my weight, about 335.
335?
Mm-hmm.
You lost some weight or?
I got down to 320, which is really light for me for a little bit.
When was it? When was you?
About 2 months ago, I was 320.
320, okay.
Yeah, when I pulled Tom Nelson, I was 370. When I pulled Tim, I was about 360. And then when I go to East versus West, I'm usually about 350, 345, 350. Usually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So you were in the East versus West 8 or 9?
Oh, and I can't remember.
Was it July or August? Was it Jerry match or the Jerry Hermes or Hermes Devon?
9. I had the card
9.
right here.
Okay, so you were in the Devon Dennis match. No. Hermes Devon match.
Yes.
Hermes Devon. Yeah. Okay. Listen. It hasn't been even 2 years. To me, it's just like 5-10 years, like this thing, just like it was just too busy, Chance. And like I don't know, only like this February will be 2 years since this regular East versus West started with pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Was that when I came out there and you had the round robin with the lighter guys? Was that you count that as the beginning, the first one?
Yeah, but it wasn't East versus West. It was the best 78.
Right.
Best 78, and I had a super match with Viorel Dobrin. I think you were filming.
Yep.
You were right. Yeah.
I was there since the first one, since the first. Well, at least at the hotel, right? Was that the first event at the hotel?
First event what?
At the hotel. At that hotel?
No. My match with Artur Makarov in 2019 was there as well.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. But yours was during the pandemic and like all restrictions and everything. If you remember, referees had the mask and everything, Yeah. Hey, listen, when you came here, I was in very good shape. I don't know if you remember or not, but I was in very good shape. First time when I pulled Viorel Dobrin, like I have a photo with Hermes. We are like this. My arm looks bigger than his, but it's not. But it looks.
You still got it. You can do whatever you want. You can come back.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I can concentrate. Whenever I go train, I'm like, am I betraying East versus West? My mind should be with it. What am I doing here? But I really want to compete as well. But I don't want to make any mistake with East versus West. But I understand one thing. If you want to be successful, you really need to focus on one thing, yeah. I mean, you can do other things. You can have a job and this, daily life, but East versus West organizing that is not a normal thing. And it's really a hard thing to do, And so, Chance, you said that you are following East versus West. You said, of course, that is one of the reasons that I would like to chat with you guys, because I don't consider you guys only arm wrestlers. I consider you guys arm wrestling fans as well, like me. You understand? Like you guys follow both you and Derek. I just so let's talk about this upcoming event, and I would like to hear your opinions because you guys are also very knowledgeable guys and.
Oh man, I'm scared. You're gonna say some name that I don't know, man. There's some new names. That
Listen. If you know there are 14 matches, if you are knowledgeable enough about 10 of them, that's acceptable. Okay. If half, I will be disappointed, like 7. If less than 7, I won't even say hello to you from now on.
Okay.
Okay, just are you not following the East versus West events that you are not competing? You are, right?
I watch
Derek?
all of them. Yeah, I watch every
Yeah,
single one.
yeah. Let's go. Let's go with the Robby Tapi versus Aymeric. Aymeric is from France. Aymeric Predine. And I think did you meet him when you were in Europe when Devon came and Prudnik? Was Aymeric there as well? Chance?
Yeah, I met Emmerich. He actually picked me up from the airport and drove me
Oh,
around. And
yeah.
super, super, super strong guy, left-handed. I wasn't familiar with him before I met him, but
Yeah.
he's really impressive. I've seen videos of him taking Prudnik's wrist on the left. Like
He had a
looked
super
really,
match
really,
with Krasimir. He had a real super match with Krasimir, and it was a close one. I think
yeah,
Krasimir won, but it was a very close one. Yeah. And you guys know Robby Tapi, right? I mean, like when
of
I say
course.
you guys know, the guy has been there for like more than 25 years, probably, because he said that he has competed 2001 WAF, you know.
Yeah.
And so to compete 2001 WAF, you really need to be competing for some years. You don't directly go to the World Championships as soon as you meet arm wrestling. So, but he said that he has some breaks, you know. Yeah. So when I say you guys know, so I just want you to tell me, what do you know about Robby? Like Robby is unknown to the East. For
Yeah,
US, yeah.
as far as like 110 kilo guy goes, he's towards the top of our list here in in North America, in my opinion. Tons of huge wins. Obviously, he won the East versus West qualifier left-handed in a really strong class. I think Matt Mask was in his class, if I'm not mistaken, on the left, and he ended up winning that. So super impressive. He's been around a long time, like you said. I think as far as raw horsepower goes, he's the strongest guy in that match.
So he's stronger than Aymeric, but
I believe so.
yeah,
I
but
think Emmerich is technically better.
more technical. Okay, yeah. So yeah, and
Yeah.
he has counted some names that he has beaten, like Rambet and like many guys. He even had a win or more than one win against Cody Merritt. He said in the past. He said,
Yeah, that was
so.
in WAL. I think like
Oh, yeah.
2015.
Yeah. And Derek, what do you know about Robby? What can you tell us so that the Eastern fans would get to know him?
I've pulled Robby a few times. He is left and right-handed. Left-handed, he's strong both arms, but I feel like his wrist is better left-handed. It's more connected, and he's just a little more efficient or coordinated left-handed than he is right-handed. Left-handed though, it all comes together well. Our last match, left-handed, I was trying to roll him out. I was getting pretty wide, tall, everything I had into the top roll, and it was still, I barely got it straightened out. And then his arm was way more than my left arm. This is 3-4 years ago. And then he was able to reel me in and pull me across. Now my left is pretty far from my right, but he's way more connected. Right-handed, I think he would have some problems with his wrists, especially pulling against Americ, who's going to be attacking that wrist. I feel like Robby would have a good chance.
It's going to be left arm match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like Robby might have, I think, a good chance if it goes to the straps and he can really start using all those big muscles he has and things like that. But I've seen Americ pull an old video with him and Devon, like an old practice, like a long time ago, I believe. I think if I'm thinking of the right person, and he was giving Devon hell back in the day. I think he was even beating Devon up at practice. So it'll be, I think, an outside match. But I think if Robby can really anchor him down, I think Robby's definitely in it for sure.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Chance, get well, my friend. Look like you caught cold.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Anytime that I travel and stay in a hotel, I get a runny nose.
Yeah. Where are you now?
I'm in Vegas for the Vitacell event.
Oh, yeah. And Marcio Barboza and Petrenko, good match. I think Chance would have some more idea. Have you ever pulled Marcio? Probably not.
Just in New Jersey when I was there, we did a little bit of like side pulling, but nothing serious.
Practice. Okay. But you still have some idea, even by that. Yeah. Okay. And you pull Petrenko. You gave him tough time. He thought that he would flash you, but his wrist was just. But you kind of guessed out. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's yeah. And how do you see this match?
I think it's an extremely close match. I really wouldn't be surprised either way. I think Marcio has more tools. I think Marcio is faster, but I think as far as raw power goes, I'm going to lean towards Petrenko. Um, I think Petrenko's hand is a bit better as well. Um, it's really hard to say. I think to me it's 50-50. I'm really, really excited. When I saw that match announced, like that's one of my favorite matches on the card.
Oh yeah. So you are saying it can go either way?
Yeah, I wouldn't
You
be
are saying that
surprised.
Petrenko maybe a little strong while Marcio is well rounded, more like
Yeah, exactly.
more
Yeah,
versatile.
Marcio has tools. So if Marcio tries something round one that doesn't work, he can try something completely different round two. I don't think Petrenko has those same abilities.
And you, Derek?
Yeah, Marcio against Pavlo, that one that they had a while ago. Marcio really impressed me. But traditionally, if Marcio always ends up getting in foul trouble, kind of a lot, but he did pretty well in that match. And like you said, I mean, Marcio's been more versatile on the table. I mean, in that one match, he went all the way into a supinated position and rolled all the way out twice, from fully supinated to all the way around Pavlo. So I think Marcio has always been like very capable person, and if he can stay out of foul trouble, I think he can do crazy, amazing things. Petrenko, I think, sticks to his move and trusts his strength a lot more. I don't think he's as experimental on the table as Marcio is down to try some crazier stuff. So either way, I think it'll be exciting. Obviously, Marcio brings a lot of excitement and adrenaline to the match. But yeah, I think it'd be really close as well. I mean, physically, you see him walk up there, Marcio's probably going to look a lot bigger than Petrenko, but I think the match is going to look really, really exciting. I think it'll be whether Petrenko's
You
wrist
think
holds up.
physically Marcio looks bigger than Petrenko?
I think so. I don't know.
I think last time you met him, Chance, he was also big there, right? Very big.
Yeah. He's not. I mean, maybe Marcio's a little bit bigger, but it's not by much.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the
Yeah.
cameraman. I mean, it's cameraman.
Yeah. Some people are very, I don't know. Maybe you have seen more of Marcio and then less of size. I don't know, but like Marcio's physique is just like, I mean, like great. You understand? He's just shoulder heads
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
Who do you think
So
wins? Megan?
what's
Who do you
that?
think wins? Who do you think wins?
I'm organizer.
I know you got a favorite in all these matches. I know you have someone picked for all of them.
Like there is one match that is just killing me. Like I don't know and really like I can't see, like it is just like nightmare. I see maybe it will not go as how I think, but there is one match is Prudnik versus Alijan Muradov. That match is like one of the best matches. I'm talking about on the paper. Maybe one of them will dominate, I don't know. But like whenever I look at it now, right now, I just like my elbows hurt from the pressure that will be applied and long. This is how I imagine the match, but I cannot share unless it is 50-50. And this match is, yeah, for me 50-50. Alijan versus Prudnik. And Wala Ichketi versus Aydarhan. Chance, do you want me to remind who they are, or you kind of
Yeah.
remember? You remember? Or
No, if you don't mind reminding.
no, Wala, the Georgian guy that
Yeah,
pulled David Samushia for title.
right. It's
I think two events or like before.
That was at 9.
And yeah. And one round he beat Samushia, and then Samushia caught him and gassed him out and beat him. But the guy is very, very strong guy. And Aydarhan is the one that beat Mindagas for the world title, lightweight world title, the Kazakh guy. And then he beat him 3-0. But the guy cannot lose weight anymore. So he will be pulling 187. So both of these guys are 187. And Aydarhan right now is 190 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I was at the event where he pulled Mindaugas, and he had to show up and cut like 20 pounds the day before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think that's a killer match. Probably gonna be the grindiest match of the night. It's always it always seems like the lighter guys get into these dog fights that are absolutely brutal, and it's really exciting to watch. I think the Kazakh has probably a bigger gas tank. I would see the early rounds favoring the Georgian, and then the later it goes favoring the Kazakh. But that's going to be a really explosive match.
They both go outside, and
Yep.
Aydarhan is known to be one of the fastest pullers in the world, while Wala is very strong guy. But we will see. Like the Georgian guys, I mean, I don't want to say names, but even some of the heavier top rollers, they say they have problem with Wala, especially when they try to top roll him, and we will see. And Derek, do you remember the guys or no? Okay, this is now you lost one credit go down. Okay, listen, you have four credit to lose. Okay, now 13. Three more you can. More than that, if it goes 9, then I will just look at you like this. Like,
I'm gonna start Googling. I'm gonna start Googling these people right now, just so I know.
Okay, let me go to the next one. Artem Taino versus Zurab Taber is the left arm. Artem Taino, Derek Smith, is the one that beat Sasho. I'm going to start with you. I'm not going to allow you to Google it.
Artem versus Zurab is is really exciting. I'm really excited that the Artem is on the card lately. I mean, that he showed up and stuff. I've been watching him for years. I remember watching him pull Crazy George a long time years ago when he was a lot younger, and he looked really, really good last event. He was at East versus West. So I think he's very explosive on the table. Obviously, Zurab's always trying to sink in that hook and trying to get into this long grinder and start applying that side pressure. I think that Artem is going to have more options than Zurab, and maybe be more explosive. I do think if Zurab's able to sink that in and really start cementing that elbow, that and start doing those side pressure hits, that'll be his lane if he finds it. But I don't think he'll find it personally. I think Arnold will be a little too explosive, high and sideways, or whatever way he kind of wants. I think it'll be a little bit too much. I think.
I understand. And you, Chance?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Derek on this one. I really see Artem being a bit too much for Zurab. I think he has the speed.
What is the reason? What is the reason? Speed, well-roundedness?
Yes, speed mostly. Excuse me. I don't think that Artem is necessarily a whole lot stronger than Zurab. But if it's close and one guy is faster, with a better move off the go, I tend to favor them. Now, if Zurab can set it and stop it, he has a lane to come back through. But yeah, I mean, after I saw what Artem did with Sasha, I was really impressed. And I don't necessarily see Zurab a much higher level than Sasha. So I think that the results should be about the same.
I understand. Okay. Matt Mask versus Wagner Bortolato. Derek. Right arm.
Just make sure the table's bolted down, obviously, first and foremost.
Reinforced.
Everyone tells me the same thing, I just can't enjoy one event without worrying, about something. Last time it was about Devon versus some of the Russian guys who were trading them, and then this time is the table. Just
hey, it's better to worry about the table than some kind of crazy fight.
You're right.
I think right-handed, I think Matt will be too much. I think Matt's going to take his wrist and then a lot of violent until Wagner wears down. Now, Wagner might have this shoulder press, ugly lane if it's explosive enough to maybe catch Matt off guard. But I think Matt is crazy hungry, obviously, because he hasn't been placing too well. And then I think Wagner isn't what he is on right as he is on left. So I think those things will equal up to Matt eventually taking the win. But I think either way, it's going to be a really exciting match to watch. So,
and Chance?
I was actually talking to Matt about this match last night. I'm super excited for it. When's the last time Wagner has pulled left-handed? It was what,
Right
like
arm,
2000?
right arm. You mean. Right
Yeah,
arm?
right hand. Yeah,
I
sorry.
think he said like some years ago in Brazil events, yeah. But he has taken at least one time second place with right arm at WAF.
Yeah,
Like 2012. Yeah.
yeah. Back in, before I was in the sport, I heard he was very, very strong on the right, but we didn't see him as much because he was dealing
Always
with
right was less than left. Always
right. Yeah, but he was still very good both.
strong. Yeah, very strong. Yeah.
But he was dealing with an injury, so now that he's coming back to pull right-handed, I think it's great for the community as a whole. Like, Wagner is one of the most exciting arm wrestlers, and so is Matt Mask. So I think that this match is just going to be loud and yelling and screaming and flailing the arms and running around. And so to me, it's easily going to be the most entertaining match on the card. Matt is probably going to be able to take Wagner's wrist, but just when Wagner loses his wrist, it doesn't mean he loses the match. A lot of times he just drives side and I mean he's what, like 340 pounds, just massive guy.
I think right now over 350.
3 feet. What? Yeah. So
Yeah,
when someone that big
or something, yeah.
When someone that big is just fired up and driving as hard as he can sideways, that's scary. So I think it could go either way, but I'm taking Matt maybe like 60-40.
Or maybe 342. I don't know. I think he said 156 kilo. 150 is 336 is about what 13, say maybe 343 or something. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This guy is not fat at all. The guy is just like full muscle, 156 kilo. What were you saying, Derek?
We're gonna need an oxygen tank on the stage. We're gonna need a. He weighs more than me. I'm 6'8". He's gonna be breathing heavy.
Mindaugas Tarasaitis, Daniel Prokopchuk, Derek.
See, I thought traditionally Daniel won this every time they met up, but then people were telling me I was wrong on that one. So I was talking to some people about
No,
it.
not every time. I think when you come to Istanbul, when you watch me against Viorel Dobrin, in the same event, Daniel beat Mindaugas beat Daniel.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm big. Mandalus is awesome. I love talking to him. I think he's a great guy. I think he's very intelligent. Daniel's looked so amazing recently. It's hard to just see Daniel's arm getting opened up right now. I mean, so I'm leaning towards Daniel winning it, but I don't know, man. Mandalus is a smart guy. He's really smart, and I think he might be able to find a way around it. And Mandalus is very strong as well, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards Daniel on this one. But either way, I think it's gonna be a long match, regardless, because even Daniel's definitely not gonna be able to rip through Mandalus, I don't believe, not like fresh, not quick. I think either way it'll be a lot of adjustments and things and figuring out spots. But I think in the end it'll be straps. Daniel's holding on to Mandalus, anchoring him down and starting to wear him down a little bit and open him up. We'll kind of see how I see it going.
And chance.
Yeah, is this the rank 2 and rank 3 guy for the East versus West?
No, this will be for the world title match because the number 1 guy was
he's going up.
who moved to 85 kilos. So this is world title match, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I see the match going exactly how Derek sees the match going. Strap.
Copying me, Chance. Stop copying me.
He doesn't admit that he doesn't know the guys. And just because he doesn't know the guys,
Google it. He's Googling.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
I'm on my phone. I don't have a computer, so
we are joking. No. Of course, you know the guys.
Yeah. I know both of them. I hired Daniel for some coaching for some arm wrestling specific training, so I know them both very well. Daniel has a really good sticking point with his arm kind of open here where he can just constantly continue to drag through. But he really has all sorts of options. He can hook, he can top roll. Don't see him pressing as much, but he has that as well. Mindaugas, the same thing. He's very well rounded. Most of the time he's going to go outside, especially against
Daniel never tries to go outside with Mindaugas. He tried one time and then Mindaugas flash pin him, but Daniel was lucky that he fouled during that flash pin. And then restart he again did that. So what he tries to do, he tries to hook him, and if he wrist goes, and then he goes like this.
Yeah. So I'm taking Daniel, but not by a huge margin. 55-45, Daniel.
55-45.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That is very, very tough match, you know. Very, very tough
Do you know what
match.
their record is?
I kind of think that like it is like maybe for Daniels every 2 win, Mindaugas has a win. This is
Okay.
something like that, yeah. But I will just try to show you guys. Okay, the match that it was in the Moldova event was crazy, crazy, crazy match, you know. And okay, never mind. Maybe I will find it later, but yeah. So, oh, Yavahal. Okay, 1 second. One second. Andre Yahveladze. Did Daniel had a war with Nurdalet before pulling Mindaugas that day? No. In that event, there was no Nurdalet. That was the second 78 kilo event, not the first one. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Oleg Zok versus Avtandil Tutberidze. Fans, did you like even care to search about the guy because he's only 19 years old from Georgia? Do you know who he is?
No, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, because he's very new.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna take any credit from Derek for not knowing this one because it's just normal. The guy is just because even I first time saw this year. Before I saw him at the Europeans, and at the Europeans he won the youth category easily, and then before the senior category, he pulled everyone at the side table, including Rino Masic a little bit. Rino, they said that Rino didn't try. I would believe that because Rino went on and won the seniors as well, while this guy couldn't win 85 kilo in seniors. But the guy went to Kazakhstan and won the worlds over Aktaev, Talgat Aktaev, you know this last guy, and Viorel Dobrin. So this guy is very good, incredible top roller. Yeah. And he is the 85 kilo champion of the worlds in WAF, and Oleg Zog is the 80 kilo champion. So do you like many people when I asked them, they said, Engin, we don't need to know the guy. If the guy is in the same weight of Oleg Zog, and if he's top rolling, we don't need to know who he is. He's not gonna win. This is what they say.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree. I don't.
Do you know the Gamtenadze, Irakli Gamtenadze?
Yeah.
Irakli Gamtenadze, I think, is his trainer. And we have a group, you know, Atlas group, Team East. And there, like, Irakli Gamtenadze said that, like, he's gonna beat Zog 6-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Oleg said that, you know, are you joking? You know? Like, and then there was like some back and forth, you know. He was like, you will see, you know, what's going to happen. So it looks like they are very confident. Georgians are very confident with this guy. Like like it's like Bacho type of hype, I feel, but in different ways. Yeah. So what do you guys think from the information I gave you?
Well, Georgians are never not confident. I've never seen a not confident Georgian arm wrestler before.
That's what I was thinking.
But I mean, to say you can top roll Oleg at his weight, like that's blasphemy. That's crazy to say. I mean, who does that? Who top rolls him at his weight? What's the last person to do it?
Listen, Derek. People says Paul Strange says that. Please take off one credit from Derek, anyways. I mean, how can I like? I mean, fans.
Was it with the super chat? If it wasn't a super chat, it doesn't count. Engin.
Oh yeah, okay. It wasn't super chat. So, yeah. So okay, you guys are saying Oleg Zog is winning? Chance?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Todd and Oleg's love child. He says Oleg is returning to form. Very excited. Okay, let's go to the next one. We have David Samushia versus Vladimir Myro. Any idea about Vladimir Myro?
Yeah, didn't Vladimir win at the AMC event?
No, Vladimir won 2018 Moldova event over Bojidar, Plemen, Irakli Zrakashvili, Vladislav Krasovskis, he was first. And with left arm, he only lost to Oleg Zok. And
Okay.
in 2018, he pulled Res Serdekyan with left arm. He beat him like this. And yeah, in the same category, 171. And he only lost to Alijan Muradov and left arm. And the right arm, he took third place, but early round, he met Alijan Muradov. Alijan took his wrist, long match, and he beat Alijan. But I can say that active pull with a few starts was very near 2 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that event, he took third place. Yeah. And David Samushia is his opponent now, but the guy took some break, some years. He competed Swiss Open early November. He dominated everyone. And I don't know. And so now I offered him the match. He said, I need some more time. And I said, okay, thank you. And then a week later or something, he come back. He said, no, I want to pull him. And I said, okay. And then I set the match. In fact, I was trying to set the match between Sasho and David for 95 kilo. David Samushia and Sasho. Yeah. Because David said that, and he didn't say it that way, but I'm just making up. He said like, "Hey, listen, like I don't have anyone to play with, and then he said, "How about me going 95?" And I said, "Okay." I asked Sasho, I'm gonna give you answer in 2 days. I waited 2 days, and then Sasho didn't answer. So next day, this guy contacted me, and I accepted 85 kilo match. And Sasho said, "I'm ready." I said, "Sorry, Sasho, because you said 2 days, but you didn't." And he said he didn't have internet or this and that. Because I asked him again, 2 days finish. What is your answer? He didn't answer. So I gave this guy yes, and then so I can't change. So do you think there is a chance to beat David Samushia in 85?
I don't see really anyone beating Samushia at 85. I mean, who's the last person to beat Samushia? Paul Lynn?
But Paul was 100 kilo, Samushia was 87 kilo. Yeah.
Right.
Not in the same way. There was like around a little bit more than 25 pounds difference between them.
Yeah.
And it was Samushia's first match since 2019. And then he came with 2 months training. He still was very close. He was 3-2. Yeah.
It took one of the top 95 kilo guys to beat Samushia. I don't really see anyone at 85 kilos beating Samushia. I'm not very familiar with the other guy, but I will take Samushia every time, no matter who he's against at 85.
Okay. Yeah. And you, Derek?
Yeah, I agree with Chance. I think Samushia 85, dominant.
We will see. The next one, Rino Masic versus Ivan Matushenko. By the way, Amer says hello to you guys and to me.
Hello, Amer.
Yeah. And Rino Masic. Chance, what do you think about Rino, first of all?
Rino is super impressive. He's so young. He's only, 21?
No,
winning...
19.
19,
okay. This year, 20.
20, okay. So 19, he's incredible. Super strong. I mean, the kid is just amazingly impressive. I think he's definitely the future.
Very impressed when he beat like Sandris and other guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That being said, I think
and then you're gonna say but
I still think Maroshenko is too much. I mean, Maroshenko is just so impressive, and he has been for a long time. The way that he can set a hook against anybody is incredible, and I don't see Rino going around it or going through it.
So you are saying Ivan is gonna win?
I think so. With the most respect I can give to Rino, especially only being 19, I'm taking Ivan.
Okay, and Derek.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
I just
listen.
don't see.
That makes Ivan even more scary, right? To look very quiet, serious, and don't say anything. And then he is not built like very intimidating, like he doesn't like big muscles or something. And then he comes, he doesn't talk shit, he's very respectful, and then goes like boom, boom, boom. And then you watch the match to understand what happened in the 0.25 speed, and then you're like, oh, okay, now I understand.
Yeah, dude, Marchenko, he's so amazing. He's such an amazing arm wrestler. I'm so happy he's at East vs. West, to be honest. Like, it was a big moment just for me to meet him in 2015 WAF. And he remembered me when I saw him like last year. He's like, hey, remember? And I don't even look the same at all. I mean, I know I'm only 23, but I mean, I was like 13 when I went to WAF. And but I'm really excited to see this match. I think that Rino, I don't see a lot of lanes for him. I don't think he's going to be able to roll out Ivan, especially on left hand. Ivan's obviously, I was doing my homework on Ivan Marchenko for a little bit recently, trying to get ready for that potential match one day. And he's just so long. That's the biggest thing that people don't talk about is how long Ivan's arm is, which helps him so much in setting that hook. And to try to top roll him in any kind of conventional top roll is wild. So I don't think that there's an outside lane. And then what you're gonna shoulder roll or press the best hook puller left-handed maybe of all time potentially. So I just don't see a really viable lane for Rino. Although it's kind of sucks because Rino is so awesome and he's doing so great right now in the sport and he's upsetting so many people. But I just don't. This is a lot. This is a lot to bite off. And maybe he'll wow us all again. And maybe he will be the guy. I think the safe money is on Ivan snatching him up in a hook and looking pretty comfortable inside that hook.
Yeah, one guy said that, Michael Merck, Sasha manhandling John and his weight is like 88 kg. Yeah, for sure he can beat David. There was a mistake. We were like asking athletes about their weight, but whenever they came and they weigh in, I don't know if you can see, but
just say
1 second.
It cut off for a sec. 95.3?
95.3. Sasha with the light pants and the t-shirt without shoes, he weighed 95.3 when he beat John. So he was not 88. There was a mistake, I just need to, because often people says he was 88 kilo and beat John. They both John and Sasha weigh in the same, Okay, let's go to the John Berzing versus Krasimir Costantino last 4 matches. Who's going first? Oh, let Derek do the Google search. You start. Chance.
Yeah. It's an exciting match. Last time John and Krasimir had a super match, didn't Krasimir beat him?
10 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. But
yeah, John, I think after 2010, like 2012 or something, he had a shoulder surgery. And then he come back. He was trying to recover. He was getting stronger. Nothing to take away from Krasimir. Krasimir won 5-0. And I organized this match. And so, but John also had 1 week before the event. He had in Slovakia, Senekend, he pulled against Golemanov. There was but John won. So
is there a weight limit for this match?
Yeah, 105.
105. Yeah. I think that Krasimir is going to get the upset here. I'm rooting for John. We all want to see John win every single time. Just having him still in the sport, what a legend. We're all blessed to have him. But I think that Krasimir is a little bit above.
Pressure will open his arm. You feel?
Yeah. I think it'll look similar to how John and Sasha looked. John gets to be a little bit bigger. He doesn't have to worry about the weight cut, so that could change a lot of things. But I think Krasimir is a little bit above Sasha right now. And Krasimir looked really good against Lachlan as well. Yeah, I'm taking Krasimir. Slight favorite, rooting for John, though.
Mm-hmm. One guy said that John has been very sick. It was sick, at that time. When you say last, it was like more than a week ago. we still have 2 weeks to the event. You know that the cold, you know, doesn't really stay so long. You know, I think John told me, especially his wrist is in very good shape. We will see. And you, Derek?
I have a rule on YouTube. I always predict John Brzezinski to win, no matter what. So I'll never root against John or even say that John won't win ever. Because over time he's proven to always more than likely be the winner. So I always predict John Brzezinski to come out and win. I do think that Kratzy is doing really well. I'm really excited. I love watching him pull. So I'm really excited to watch this match. I think John's hand and wrist, John always having a lot of options, obviously. I don't know if he'll be able to stay in a deep hook with Kratzy very long, but John's automatic pronation from wherever he wants on the table is always available, and especially if he's saying his wrist feels good. So I will go towards John, but I can understand this being a close match for sure. But if John doesn't mess around, he gets bored on this table. He tries some silly stuff sometimes because he gets bored. But hopefully John takes it real serious and wins.
Yeah, it's one of 5 category, and when he doesn't lose weight, like 95, he didn't look super strong, but 105, I remember John, like he's very good, but we will see. Yeah. And Artum Morozov versus Alex Kurdecha, left arm. Last 3 matches. Who wants to start? Okay, the one who is as tall as these guys, or even taller than.
Yeah, that's right. These little guys. These little guys. So Alex has been a big kind of question mark, right? Because he's been gone for a while. What he's been doing while he was gone, how hard he was training, did he level up? Was he sitting on the couch? You know, what was he doing? Kind of was the question, and what form is he going to show up? Now, I pulled Alex left-handed a little bit last year in Texas. He came out here, and I know I mean, I wasn't in the best shape, but I couldn't move an inch of his arm in any direction, in any way, shape, or form with everything. When we were out there, when we were out there together. Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, that.
Okay, you are saying that you felt his left arm and he was very strong?
Yeah. Like immovable strong. Like I couldn't even budget.
Did you see the last video? Did you see the last video he put on YouTube?
I don't know. Which one was it?
Okay, just like it will take like only 1 second. This one, because I know where it is.
Is that when he was pulling with Prudnik and Hermes?
No.
I saw one of him pulling Bacho.
It is this one here. Okay, I will show you. 1 second. I will show you.
Oh, yeah, it was like a highlight reel of his left-handed wins and stuff. Okay, I think I saw this.
Yeah, just
I didn't
have
see
you seen
this.
Chance?
No.
This is with Corey West.
Yeah, he even hooks with Corey here in a second, like deep hooks and right through. This is after their super match, though, right? After they had
they pull right arm, I think day before or something, and then I think next day they pull. See, this is half hook.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but this left arm, of course. I think Corey's right hook is better, maybe, but and then I think what is the next one? Next one.
Devon shakes his head.
Here is with Dennis after I was there.
Yeah.
Of course, he's the only train, and Dennis's left is not as good as before. But I don't think Alex is here in competition shape either, because why would you be in competition shape if you don't have a match? Yeah.
Didn't Dennis hang Alex up on that same after pull right there, right-handed? Was it Dennis?
The right arm, right arm, yes. Dennis was better, yeah. And this is with Devon.
Yeah. I mean,
and the last one is kind of surprising. Of course, it was like years ago. This is with Laletin.
This is when they were doing top 8?
I think so.
Vitaly looks so much smaller there than the Vitaly right now.
Yeah, same with Alex as well. Alex is also bigger now. Alexis right now is around 370 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Alex's arm wrestling style. I really am. I think that he utilizes and depends on height mid match more than almost anybody. I think that he likes to stay front. If he pulls the exact same left as he does right-handed, then he likes to stay front of the pad until the mission is accomplished. Front of the pad, knuckles up until finally you crumble, and then he will start moving backwards, but not until then. And so I think a lot of guys they'll use their height in the setup, like Devon and things like that. But once the match starts, they're not emphasizing height the entire match. So I'm a big fan of the way Alex arm wrestles. That being said, if we're getting a healthy Morozov, we're getting like a full bore, not eating soup only Morozov. I think the last post, what do you say? He was like 85, 90%. But
I
yeah,
think
if we get,
but he said that he will be at his best shape, till the event, because that was probably 1.5 months before the match. Maybe not, but at least it was like 5 weeks before the match. It was, yeah.
something in my brain just tells me I think Artem will be able to get a hold of Alex. Like I really like Alex's spot, but like I said, Alex is a big question mark to me right now in terms of his shape. But I feel like because Morozov has more options left-handed than he does right. Right, he's pretty committed to hooking. He'll only top roll to get to the straps, and then he's hooking again. Left-handed, I think he can pull outside or inside. Like when he pulled
I'm not sure
Dakan,
if left arm he can do anything to Kurdesha with top roll. I think
right?
more like side or inside or
Oh yeah,
this,
yeah. I think
something like this, because I remember he was trying to top roll Tobias. Do you remember that chance?
Yeah. Yep.
And then
I was
Tobias
in Tobias's
easily,
corner.
yeah. Yeah, you were there, yeah. But
Yeah.
then he moved to this supinated, side way, and then yeah, let's see, Derek. I mean, so you are saying that continue, Derek. Sorry about it. I just wanted to.
no. I mean I agree. It's hard to top roll Alex, especially with his style too, and Alex being vertical like this. It's gonna be really tough. But I do think that Morozov will be able to. He's really good at snapping into that hook. He's really good at starting carved in and cheating. No, he's good at getting people into that hook when he wants them to. And I think he might be able to get a hold of Alex. He might have the horsepower to do it. And I think if it does go inside, I think Morozov will be the heavy favorite. So I mean, Alex is my boy though. Something tells me I think Morozov will want his comeback match, like after pulling Svetkov, and want to show people what he's all about again. So. I'm leaning towards Morozov, but man, Alex is still a big question mark. He could just run through Morozov. Maybe that'll happen. I have no idea. But I'm gonna lean towards Morozov right now.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Morozov cannot topple Kurdesha, but I kind of think that it cannot happen in a fresh match. Later on, more like he couldn't do something to Dave Chaffee, but in the I think last round or something, he finally top rolled him.
Right.
Maybe for round 4, I think he top rolled him. But yeah, and chance.
I think Alex Kurdesha is the type of guy that he will not accept a match unless he knows that he is in the best shape possible. I think that's the reason why we haven't seen him in East versus West yet, because he wasn't in his best shape. Being that he accepted a match against Morozov, I believe that we're going to see the best version of him that we've ever seen. That's my opinion. And Morozov, the last time we saw him, obviously he had been sick. He had only been eating soup when he faced Georgi Svetkov. So it's I can't base a whole lot off of that. Morozov is extremely strong. He can set a hook amazingly, but like you said, when we saw him against Tobias, when he tried to go outside at all, Tobias cracked his wrist. I'm taking Kurdesha, and I think it'll be pretty dominant.
Yeah. Klaus Fire says Devon said his part of the army is available to anyone at any time. No, he's
I don't think Devin wants either one of these guys.
After this weekend, he's gonna just put himself to the cave and get ready for the monsters that we will talk about it as the last thing today. Okay, my favorite match, one of the favorites match of all my life, and Prudnik versus Alijan Murado.
I'm such a Prudnik fan of his savvy on the table, and I think he's so good at finding a way. He's such a smart arm wrestler, and he's so good at finding a way to make things happen. When he pulled Dakan, like that was, I don't know a lot of people that thought Prudnik was going to win that at all, and like he found a way to generate that force and to be able to slow him down. Morozov is like that's a big ask. But if there's anybody that can do it, it's Prudnik. It's kind of the thing, you know what I mean? Like,
you remember you said that he finds a way, Prudnik?
yeah,
The question is there a way?
yeah, true.
I mean, sometimes the only way is not finding a way, but just being either stronger or having better endurance. That like not because there is a way. I mean, maybe you can consider what I just said as a way as well, but it's not a technical way.
Yeah.
It's just like more about the power or endurance. Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
How do Dakan and Muratov do? They pulled left-handed?
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think you have to say Alijan is the favorite. I think like on paper he has to be listed as a favorite. I think it is going to be a can Prudnik do this underdog story again? Can he be the guy that comes out again? So I guess if I had to put a prediction, I'll go with the safer bet, and say that Alijan wins. And if Alijan is able to win, it would be, I think, more of a dominant victory, like a 3-0. If Prudnik wins, it'll be like a third match or something. Or wait, it's best of 7. Is it a world title match? Oh, okay. So yeah, either way, I think it'll be, oh man, that favors Prudnik. I think he's gonna find out. He's gonna have a lot of time to figure something out.
Listen, Alijan is also Alijan in 2017. Were you in Hungary, Chance? Budapest? No, right?
I was.
Yeah, you were in 2000. You were? Yeah. In that event, I had a student who was in the youth category final against Alijan. They pulled like 2 minutes, all the stars, fouls, everything, So Alijan has good endurance as well. His endurance is not bad. And I personally don't see any favorite in this match. If I didn't see with my own eyes, Dakan versus Prudnik match, I would say Alijan is favorite. Right now, Prudnik said that he is even in better shape than Dakan match. He said this. So if he is in better shape than Dakan, and this is a world title match, and Alijan, just like for me, is like off the roof, just like this level of this match is, I mean, mind blowing, and they both are incredible smarts, very unique, You're talking about Alijan 94 kilo weigh in Antalya. I asked him, winning the super heavyweight category of the WAF. You cannot do that. You are 210 pounds less than that, 207 pounds, and winning super heavyweights. And then following year, you're doing the same thing again, Of course, he had a tough match with Petrenko, but trust me, Petrenko, incredibly strong guy. Trust me, to go to his power lane and beat him, is very, very hard. You really need to enable him, take his everything, But when you go to the power, the guy is really strong guy. And Alijan, I don't know if you guys remember that match. Alijan did many things there. He started quick. He did like this. He came. He did shoulder pressure. He caught him on bicep. Like Alijan is one of the guys that he can explode within the match, And while the Prudnik, I was 100% sure that Dakan was gonna kill him, Yeah. And
why'd you set the match? Why'd you set the match?
Listen. You set the match. I will tell you. I'm gonna tell you something you will understand. If you don't understand, I will tell you privately. Sometimes you set the match by hoping that a guy would be at his best shape.
Right.
And then he says that I'm not at his best shape after the match is set. You understand? And then you said, okay, you're gonna get killed. While it was in beats. Yeah, okay. Chance understood as far as I see. Yeah, okay. And Chance. Yeah.
I think that on paper, Alijan is the favorite. He just continues to impress me every single time I see him arm wrestle. Winning WAF, like you said, at less than 210 pounds, incredible. His matches in East versus West, always incredible. Super fast. He can go all over the place, but so can Prudnik. And I think, like everyone else in the planet, I thought Dakan was going to walk through Prudnik with ease on the left hand, East versus West 9. That didn't happen. Somehow Prudnik found a stop. And being that it's best of 7, I'm going to take Prudnik. I think that he will find a way. If there's a gap, which everyone has a gap, I think Prudnik's going to find that gap. And round 3 or 4 is when Prudnik's going to start to take over. And I think we're going to see 7 rounds. But Prudnik.
Wow. But if anyone who gets a early round fast win, it would be Alijan if he can.
I agree.
Yeah. So we know that Prudnik needs to put a break first to get involved. Yeah. And his match with Cody was also impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
Alijan, right? Alijan just being like 220, and then just don't get me wrong. When he won the Kazakhstan rough, he was over 220. In the Antalya, he was below 220. So you are saying that Prudnik is gonna win by the endurance factor?
4-3.
4-3. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, so so the last one. Versus that again.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome to see. I love watching Todd pull, especially with the inside pullers. Like it's the best. It's the best. I think. I mean, someone asked me recently the most impressive arm wrestler last year or whatever. I put Todd Hutchings. I mean, he's still so impressive. He's such an impressive guy. And
57 years old, and people are scared of you. Come on. That's the fact. That's the fact.
And it's going to be so visually like crazy to see Dakan up there and Todd so like smaller. I don't know, just looks like a way smaller guy, just hanging in there. And I'm going to go with Todd Hutchings. Although Dakan is amazing and he's ridiculously strong and explosive and all the things. Todd has proven over time, that especially if you're down to pull inside, unless, I mean, the most uncomfortable I've seen him look inside was maybe with Rustam Babayev when they had their super match a long time ago.
Just remember, I don't know if you guys closely following, but Todd has changed things, after the point. Instead of like this, he started to build his pronator and he started to do pronated side pressure. And so I would like to see, I mean, if it was possible, Rustam and Tatashins after Rustam is totally fine with his chest and everything is fine with both of them, but the guy is not the same guy there. Like, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. I was just saying the angle from a long time ago kind of was like, oh, that's the only person I really saw dedicate inside and do really well with Todd in a long time. That just came to memory. But I don't think Dakan pulls that way. And like you said, Todd Hutchings has changed now that he's pronating and kind of coming out the back of his wrist a lot more in the straps. So I like I said, I think Todd Hutchings will find a way to get it done. I sound so biased when I'm cheering for Americans that I say Americans to win, but
that's very normal.
I do
very normal, and I find this like very normal, just it is just you want the guy to win, Yeah, I cannot do the same thing. I'm an organizer, but you can, you understand? It's normal, Yeah.
And if Dakan can pull through Todd, like that'll be wildly impressive. I mean, that'll even set his right arm at another level. But yeah, I think Todd Hutchings takes it. I don't think it should be if Todd wins it, and if if Dakan can't go through him pretty early and Todd gets the first couple wins, then I think it's pretty much over at that point. If he can't do it shockingly quick, first round or 2 or 3, then I think once Todd starts winning, he's going to continue to win the rest of the rounds.
I mean, the thing that in Dakan's advantage is that to beat, in my personal opinion, if you want to beat Patashins, you need to control his pronator. No matter what you do, you go outside, you take his wrist, you think, wow, I took his wrist. You are just deceiving yourself. Once you miss that pronator, he has it, then you both now have the pronator versus pronator match because you didn't control his. And nobody in that weight will beat him with the side pressure. You understand? In an equal position. You take his wrist, but he has the pronator. He's gonna beat you because he is, first of all, like his strategy is based on this. You understand? This is what he does for like last 20 years. And second of all, nobody is like genetically as gifted as him about the strong elbow.
Mm.
And so, but the thing is, when Prudnik beat him, you realize that Prudnik had the full cup, full cup to controlling his pronator, everything. So Dakan is someone who may have the same wrist ability to control there. But is he as technical as Prudnik? I don't know. And who knows, maybe Tatachin is also improved after Prudnik match. Maybe if they would pull today, maybe it would be different, if Prudnik also is healthy. So, but Dakan for sure has the risk, but we will see. And Chance, your opinion about this match?
Todd Hutchings continues to impress me. Honestly, going into Ungarbayev and Todd, I thought Ungarbayev was going to 3-0 Todd. I didn't think that Todd had what it takes to beat him. And then he came out in, impressive fashion, won over Ungarbayev. I think that it could potentially go the same way with Dakan. But like you said, Prudnik kind of showed everyone how to beat Todd. You just have to control his pronator. You have to get your cup. And I think Dakan has the tools potentially to do it more than Ungarbayev did. So really, to me, it could go either way. I really hope that Todd can pull it off. If he's fast enough, if he just gets on his pronator and puts his luck and has Dakan on the B side, he will win. I don't know. My gut tells me that Dakan's going to pull it off, though.
Oh, you think Dakan is gonna win?
I believe so. I hope I'm wrong. But I believe that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the most important part is controlling Todd's pronator. And Dakan, the way that he controlled Irakli kind of tells me that this guy's hand wrist is very strong. But it may not be enough. You need to be something coordinated behind, the wrist. You may control here, but you may lose while you have the wrist, So
I know all about that. That happened when I pulled Todd. I can take Todd's wrist, but if you can't control his pronator, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the guy is very strong. Yeah.
And do you think that loser?
Did you hear that, Derek? Did you hear what Derek said?
What did he say?
He said
you're a sore loser. You're a sore loser because Todd beat you.
Loser, I wouldn't bring up losing. So
yeah, whoa! I'm off a win against a super heavyweight.
What? No. I'm saying that if I was a sore loser, I wouldn't bring up a match where I lost. But yeah, you're right. You did.
Listen, he's just joking, right, Chance?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But listen, I understand where Derek's coming from. If I beat someone like 50 years old that no one knew about, and I finally got my first big win, like I would be excited too. So finally, Derek, you didn't get crushed 3-0. Let's go, Derek. I'm proud you finally got a win for us.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, so let's talk about the last one that will Devon Larat beat Levan Saginashvili. Can you guys be objective? Or you're gonna tell me what you wish?
No, of course I'm gonna be objective. Well, I can. I don't have a chance. He's persuaded.
Yeah, of course.
You said that you are just like so biased, patriotic about North America, Team West, this what.
No, I said people say that whenever I predict Americans to win. I feel like I'm being biased.
Okay.
Derek is always messaging me his predictions, and he picks every single Westerner. He says only Team West can win. So don't believe anything he says.
Yeah,
it's not true.
But except your matches, right, Chance?
Yeah. He always picks my opponent. Always.
Okay, yeah.
No, I picked on the last one.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I remember. I picked on the last one on purpose because you said I never picked you.
No. Oh, you mean when I? Yeah, but not at East versus West. You picked Petrenko.
Amer. Şarj aleti lazım. Okay, who's winning here?
Devon and Levan. I think that. Okay, obviously everybody's talking about this match. I thought about it a good amount.
You check on Google. Let the Chance start. Just so.
Okay, I'll check Google right now.
Okay, Derek, let's go.
I think there's no way Devon, no matter how much he's improved, wins center table against Levan. I don't think that's an option, right?
Yeah.
Levan will, regardless, will have his way center table. So I think initial rounds for sure, Devon's hitting that king's move. I think he has to. Obviously, the big things in question are Levan's wrist. How healed up will it be by that time? Also, you know, Devon's injury. Hopefully, that's all good. It looks like it's been good now. But will he have enough outside? Devon keeps saying, if I'm 3% stronger and Levan's 3% weaker, like it's a match, right? And so I think we will see the Kings move at the beginning. I just don't think Devon has enough anywhere center table fresh to mess with Levan. And then it's going to be out there again. Round one of their last match, Levan's wrist straightened out at least. I won't say it was cracked all the way back, but that thing straightened out.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to be a lane worth pursuing. Now, later on, Devon might be able to start committing his shoulder and getting deep in there. And people are saying, oh, Devon can't do anything with Levan hook. When Devon gets his shoulder committed, I mean, he did really well with Gennady. Like, he was able to at least stop Gennady's surges when he really had his shoulder committed.
I think his elbow is now better than before, you know, after the stem cells. Yeah. And I don't think he was even ready for inside against Gennady, but still he did very well, yeah.
Right.
And that is the only way him to get the center.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, if he can, right. You know, if it is successful.
Yeah, I see that in the later rounds. Maybe that in later rounds, definitely not in the early rounds. But we'll and now it's moved to best of 7, right? Now it's no longer best of 5 too. So best of 7 favors.
No. First time they pulled was also the best of 7.
Oh yeah, but Devon got hurt. Yeah. The whole thing after round 1 was a wash. You know, after Devon after round 2, round 2 we got hurt.
Do you believe? Okay, let me ask you. Do you believe that Levan pulled the same direction round 1 and round 2? When Devon get injured, Devon was more like outer side pressure, while the first round that you're talking about, he was just like hanging to top roll Devon. Yeah. So, and then, like, do you think that Devon got injured because of Levan's pressure was too much?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what led to Devon getting injured. I think round 1, he almost got to stop in on the fringe. And so round 2, he was like, let me be more active, hit the brakes earlier, attempt the brakes earlier, and then maybe I can actually stop him before the pad. And then that's where he ended up getting injured. But everything, people talk about that match, everything after that is the guy was torn. Like, no other round meant anything after that. People are like, oh, in the hook, Levan did what he wanted with him. But yeah, when your arm's torn, like, all pressures are kind of affected by that. Now, that being said, Levan is training really hard. His videos are looking wild. He's looking super strong. It's a crazy match to think of again. You know, had Devon not gotten hurt, what that match would have looked like. I know Devon felt something in Levan's wrist. Round 1, he's screaming, you know, I got you now. I cracked that wrist, you know. So I'm not sure. I think obviously the safe bet. I think people have to list the favorite as Levan due to how dominant he's always been and how well he's always pulled. You know, Ermi's showing that gap, that potential stopping point. I don't think that. Can you imagine Devon? I can't even see Devon doing that, wrist up and committing his elbow like that. So I don't think that's in his playbook right now. So I'm still going to favor Levan. I mean,
in my opinion, Hermes's arm strength is probably more than Devon's.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. But not here, not yet. You know, here, Ronader, this riser and everything. Whenever they both go outside, so Devon's wrist survived. You know.
Yeah. It's all going to depend on Levan's cup. I think it all is going to come down to Levan's wrist. Really, in the end, like, will Devon crack it and start opening him up over rounds, or is it stronger than we all thought and Levan's explosive enough to finish Devon throughout the early rounds? But yeah, I'm going to go with the safe bet on this one if we're doing predictions. And the safer bet, I think even Devon would admit, you know, on paper, you'd be the underdog. The safe bet would be Levan, and we'll see if Devon can upset him.
If they pull full 6 rounds, which they don't have, it's best of 7, do you think that there are, like you said, that Levan is going to win? It means that you believe that Levan is going to win 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So, but do you think that later rounds, Devon can win?
Oh, yeah. If they actually pull all of them, yeah. Yeah, I think Devon could end up cracking Levan.
So you are saying that Levan can win enough to win the whole thing, but not the full 6 rounds. You are saying?
Nah, I don't. Yeah, if they pull all 6, I'd be shocked. If Devon's not injured, if Devon can't get a win on Levan.
Okay. And Chance?
I am definitely in the minority of people that believe that if Devon's bicep held up when they first pulled, that match could have potentially gone different. I going into the first time they pulled, I didn't think that Devon would be able to get the stop until maybe round 4. That being said, round 1, Levan's wrist got flattened. There was a small stop, and I was really excited for the following rounds. And unfortunately, when his bicep blew, obviously, like Derek said, everything after that didn't matter. I think going into this with Devon doing all the preparation that he's been doing, having the stem cells, if Devon's bicep holds up, I think it's less about Levan's wrist and more about Devon's bicep. If Devon's bicep holds up, I think he's going to get the stop. I think he's going to get the stop kind of early on, maybe round 2 or 3. And I truly believe that he can come through and win, especially with Levan having a wrist injury. I understand that he's going to have like 6 months or longer of recovery on that injury, so it should be fine by then. But typically, if you've had an injury in an area in the past, that tends to flare up again and again. So yes, Levan is a safer bet. I would agree 100%. I'm gonna take Devon like 4-3, maybe even 4-2.
Okay, I understand. It has been it will be like 11 months from his injury to the match.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know, his teammates who are training with him, they say that he's now gonna be even stronger than before. Yeah. I asked you, I think I asked, and Wala said that he has already beaten all of them, Arabuli, Zerakashvili, and all of them already, and he still has 3 months, 3 more months, 3.5 months almost. We will see how it will be, but I think that I kind of still think that when you say like if his bicep holds on, like do you mean if he doesn't get injured or if he's strong enough to stop him?
I mean if it doesn't get injured.
If it doesn't, do you ever think that he got injured because of the pressure, not because of
Yes.
like unluck or something,
No. I think it was absolutely the pressure, but
so you are saying that his bicep needs to get stronger to stop him?
Yeah, it needs to get stronger, and the attachment needs to get stronger as well. Yeah,
I understand. Yeah, that is like I realize that most of the bicep injuries, in my opinion, is happening not when there is a pressure is coming and opening your arm. When there is a pressure which is more than your bicep handles, and then at the same time you force yourself back. You understand? Like instead of waiting there, it's opening and you pull yourself back. So one pressure coming from here, one pressure coming from here, and then the bicep goes up. It goes. So as Derek said, that round 1, if you realize that in round 2, he went this way while he was moving this way with shoulder, and at the same time Levan hit. This was like the same thing, that happened. I think Devon did that so that whenever his shoulder was here, he stopped him like 1 centimeter. So he thought that maybe if he goes that way, so he will be stopping like even higher. But again, I still believe that Levan round 1, Levan round 2 didn't put the pressure to the same point. One was just to take his wrist, round 1. This is what I believe. And then the round 2 was more like to the sideways, still with pronator, but more like a pressure to the sideways.
Can I ask you, what do you think about Devon's shape? So what's his weights compared that match towards what he's going to come in at? Do you know the difference?
I don't know what I don't know his plans. But all I know that like whenever he was like 260 around against Hermes, and people say, oh, he's too small, too said that. Listen, the guy is only losing fat. And whenever I had this stem cell therapy, the first thing happened to me, I started to lose weight, and my muscles were just staying the same, no muscle loss. Weight is going down, and I check it, and then I saw stem cell is making your metabolism faster because one of them was IV, the systematic, you understand, and the others were just for the into the muscle for the injured area. So, and I think because he had so many stem cells, I think the only reason that he's losing the weight is just like whenever you get older, you have like inner fat as well, and everything. I think he is losing those. I don't think he lost any muscle, anything. And people said, "Oh, look at his arm. You're gonna lose. You need to be this many kilo, that many kilo." And every match is proving that it has nothing to do with that. I think his power is the same, if not more. And I don't know, the guy is very strong. Anyone is judging him by his size or weight or his body, they are mistaken. I think that he will still be like 270 or something. But trust me, like he doesn't really need to be 300 pounds or something. I kind of think that like he needs to be strong enough to put some break, but he must not lose his endurance either. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see how it will be. Thank you very much, Derek. Thank you very much, Chance. I mean, it is great to talk about arm wrestling with you guys. And there is, sorry, one just super chat came, and I need to, I don't know why on computer I can't see the full name of the super chat guy. Let me see. Okay. DB Talks. Thank you for your super chat. He says Devon beat Georgi on smaller pads than East versus West, making his win more impressive. Does this mean his chances against Levan will be greater since he will have more room to drag back? Yes and no. I don't know, because I mean he has 1 centimeter here and Levan has 1 centimeter forward, but since Levan is also outside puller mainly, so maybe he may be right, that because this is Devon that wants to stretch Levan more, Yeah. So what do you guys think? Does it matter?
I don't really think it matters too much because both guys have the same advantage and disadvantage. They're both going to be dragging back. If Levan wants to try to chase it forward, he has the extra centimeter to go forward. So I don't think that the pad should play too much of a factor.
Although there's one point I did bring up when Gennady pulled Devon. I'm assuming Gennady and Levan talk at least sometimes. Gennady's style of pressing Devon took away Devon's King's move. It X'd it out, right? Because Devon was going to go off the back of the pad every time if he continued to try to King's move Gennady, because Gennady was pressing towards Devon rather than towards the pin pad more, right? So if
in between, not towards.
Well, yeah. I don't mean like directly at him, but more towards him than sideways.
Yeah.
And so that took away the King's move essentially. So Devon had to fight him center table and really start committing that shoulder to really be able to be in the match. Now, with the extra pad room, that might affect that. If Levan has me having a plan B. If my wrist does fail, if it is not ready, plan B, right? It's probably going to be a press, I would imagine, right? To come forward with that big shoulder. And so if he ends up pressing like Gennady did, that extra pad room could actually help Devon a lot, right? He won't be going off the back of the pad nearly as easily. So in that scenario, I could see the pad room helping Devon. But if Levan, like he normally does, they both
but the pad was the same, when he pulled Gennady. Pads are the same size since Jerry pulled Gennady on August 2022.
Oh, okay. I thought they were saying you guys made him bigger again.
No. And also, I don't think that anyone has that kind of ability as Gennady about this.
Right.
But again, whenever you are far, when you like open arm top roll, you are kind of vulnerable to do anything to this way, because it is very hard to keep your arm like this when you are that stretch. You need to be like this so that you can block with your shoulder and chest, because everything is connected when you are that apart. So that's why whenever he went outside and Gennady was able to, make him outside of the pad. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you. It was big pleasure to talk with you guys, because I respect you guys and I like you guys as friends, and I know that you guys are arm wrestling fans, even though Derek can answer only like 13 out of 14 matches.
I only missed like 2 or
And
3.
just joking. Anyway, so it is always a big pleasure to talk with people who are knowledgeable and can very well express their opinions. And you guys are the same this way. And thank you very much. Thank you very
Yeah,
much. And
thank you.
yeah, keep in touch, guys.
Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us on it.
Good. Now, let's go get some.